back. It is so good to have you here. I am so excited to jump straight into this conversation with you. Let's talk about wounded feminine energy and what that looks like. If you have some time, go grab some tea, go make a hot chocolate, grab your journal. I'll give you some time while I drink this because we are gonna dive deep. Let's talk about the signs because most women don't realize that they're in their wounded feminine energy. The reason why is because we walk and we go through life thinking that we have to be loved all the time, we have to be nurturing all the time, we have to be kind all the time, and we have to be soft all the time. But softness is not the problem. The problem is when your decision making and your choices, and anything you do comes from fear instead of safety. Softness is great, and I love it. I love living a soft girl life, but I love protecting it. I love being selective. And we are going to talk about the 5 signs today that you're in your wounded feminine energy. Sign number 1, you say yes, even though you want to say no, and then you feel resentful. You say yes and you feel resentful. You say yes and your body is screaming no. You say yes in friendships, in relationships, at work. And what this may look like, let's say a friend is asking you to go pick something up for her. And in your body, you're like, I don't really want to do that. But because you are just so loving, so nurturing, so kind, and you love your friend, you decide to go pick that thing up for her. Yet your body's screaming no, like we have other things to do. We value our time. Why are we doing this? And you think you're doing it out of love, but you're really doing it out of fear. Fear of being rejected. But you're abandoning yourself. And then you feel resentment. You feel resentment towards this person. And you're like, why do I feel this way? I shouldn't feel this way. I chose this. I chose to help them. It can be in a relationship where, let's say, for example, you're at a coffee date and the guy's like, hey, I forgot my wallet at home. Do you mind paying? And then what this happens, you're like, I don't want to pay. Why should I be paying? Your body's telling you no. But he's there. It's awkward situation. You act so fast and your nurturing, loving side comes out like, oh my God, yeah, no, don't worry about it. Yes, I will pay gladly. But your body's screaming at you, no, it is not our responsibility. We got invited on a date. We have to honor our body. We have to honor ourselves. This is not the right thing to do. Women shouldn't pay. That's just how I think. And later you go home, you feel drained, you feel irritated, you feel exhausted, you feel tired. And you're wondering, I didn't really do much today. Why am I so exhausted? I just want to go to sleep. I feel tired. And the reason why is because you have put and drained your energy for saying yes to the wrong people. Or they could be the wrong people, you just haven't set your standards and your boundaries directly. You haven't communicated that with them. And when you start communicating your boundaries, this is where you also start losing friends. Because when you're too available for people, this fake softness, when you're too available for people, they know she will do everything for us. But now that you have awakened your dark feminine energy, now it is time for her to come out and play. She says, no, I'm not doing that. I am not available. I have other things to do. I'm too busy reading books. I'm too busy bettering my life. I'm too busy chasing my dreams. I'm too busy with other outcomes of my life, my desires. I don't have time for this. And this is where people start pulling back because they can't take your energy anymore. So now you won't be tired and exhausted and irritated. Now you gained your power back. Resentment is information. The information that it's given you is telling you, hey, we need to go back to the root of the problem. There's a problem here, so now let's fix it. And this is how you start. And whenever you start doing this, it is not because you're being unkind. You're not being unkind by setting boundaries. It just means that those people did not hold space for you. They did not acknowledge your boundaries, and they think that their boundaries are way above. And everybody is entitled to their own decisions and boundaries, but not when it costs you, their friend, their loving partner, their peace, and it costs you your energy. Your energy is the highest currency you have. Your mind, you, is the highest, most expensive currency that you have. So honor it. Sign number 2, you explain instead of simply choosing. And what this looks like is that you have explained your needs, you have explained your wants, you have explained your desires and your dreams. An example can be, let's say a friend invites you out to drink, to a club. But deep down, you're like, you know, you're too busy working on your business. You're too busy reading a book. You're too busy on your education. But you say, and you send her a message, you're like, no, I just can't go today. I feel really bad. Like this happened today and I feel so tired and exhausted and blah, blah, blah. And all this stuff, you send a long paragraph. Wounded feminine energy nowadays can look like sending long messages to over-explain yourself. When you can simply say, no, I'm not available. No, I can't today. Maybe next time. I don't have time today. We can try another day. And what this means is that your wounded feminine energy feels like it needs permission to exist. And I'm here to tell you that you don't need permission to exist. You being here on this earth is permission enough. You breathing, it is so wonderful. Your breath already is just amazing. Your life, your energy. Your energy is so important. And it's so precious, it's so valuable and so sacred. I'm sorry that other people have not seen it. Someone who does not see value in themselves cannot see value in you. No one can do that for you. And self-feminine energy is when clarity is kinder than over-explaining. That's it. Don't over-explain yourself. It's so simple, but it's something you can start working on today. If you notice yourself about to write a big paragraph, say, you know what, I don't have to over-explain myself. If you want to over-explain yourself, write it down in a journal. Over-explain to your journal. Because that way, you are going to find roots of problems to everything. Like I said before, it is information. You're giving that valuable information away. That is your testimony. That is your sacred life and your sacred essence. Sign number 3, you are praised for being low maintenance. And what this looks like is, you're so kind. You're so mature for your age. You don't ask for anything. Thank you so much for not asking for anything. You're so chill. You're so easygoing. And it sounds like a compliment. I used to get these all the time and I'm like, why are people complimenting me on this? The whole, you're so mature for your age. I was 17 years old. You are so easygoing. You're just so chill. You don't ask for much. And I'm like, and it sounds like a compliment, but it's not. Deep down, you feel unseen, you feel unworthy, you feel unheard. And what this means is that those people, what they said is, we don't invite your energy. We don't invite it here. It is not listened. There is no space for you here. That is what they mean. That is what they're saying. And this is not softness. It is self-minimization. You're minimizing yourself for these people. And this was me growing up so much. This is why this one gives me chills. This one like heats me up. Because I was told this so much in relationships. I'm so glad you don't ask for anything. You're just so low maintenance. And it sounds like a compliment. It sounds like they're complimenting you. They're not. They're disrespecting you. They're showing you you're not worthy. They're showing you you're unseen. They're showing you that you do not belong in their space. They respect themselves. They might. But they're telling you, I don't. And your values, your needs are not wanted here. That's all they're saying. It is very simple, but I did not understand it. I was like, why are people complimenting me on this? I don't want it. You're so humble. And I would be like, wait, what do people mean? They would compliment me and say, you're so humble because I didn't ask for anything. In a relationship, you would be like, oh my God, you're just so humble. What that meant was that I had needs, but I was not expressing my needs. And in one of my videos, I believe the one before this, I talk about expressing your needs. It is so important. Actually, 2 videos down, when I was wearing a blue dress, I was always silent growing up. And that's what caused that problem of not speaking up for myself. My parents were always angry. My mom was always screaming. And I was like, if I speak, I'm gonna get yelled at and screamed at. And that, as an adult, it came up as, I'm not gonna speak in relationships. I can't speak in friendships. I can't speak at work because I'm being shut down and being silenced. But I'm here to tell you that I've healed through it in a matter of so little time. And it changed my life completely. And I know that I can change yours. And I'm here to tell you that your valuable voice will be heard. And you will speak and you will call your needs, tell people your needs, what you want. It is valuable, your desires. Sign number 4, you stay because you understand. You stay longer than you should because you know your misunderstanding. You know their traumas, you know their stress, you know their past. And this is for my super empathetic girls. We are so empathetic. We feel so deeply. We walk into a room and we feel the energy around us. It is a power that we all need to learn how to use. But it can be abused for people who don't understand us. People who are like, wow, she's just so soft, so giving, so nurturing. She has no boundaries. This right here, you're misunderstanding for everything. Someone can hurt you and say something bad about you and you're like, well, I understand them. I know their trauma. I know where they're coming from. There is no excuse for their behavior. They know what they're doing. They know. They just wanted to hurt you because they don't care. They don't care about themselves. So why would you think they care about you? They won't. And I've had friendships like this too, where my friend would say, oh, I did that. I said this about you because I care about you. You don't. So when I realized that, I'm like, you do not belong in my life. I'm not available for this negative energy. In relationships, just because you understand their trauma, their past, does not mean you need to stay in their life. They can go and take that somewhere else, and they can go and heal somewhere else because you are too busy and too focused on your own life and yourself to be worried about anybody else but you. That's it. Put that love and energy onto yourself. That love and energy that you want to give to other people, give it to yourself. Give it to your dog. Love her. Take her on walks. Buy her nice dresses. Do that for yourself. Buy a goldfish if needed. Give that love to a goldfish. But don't give it to people who don't deserve it, who don't deserve you. Sign number 5, your body feels tired. Even when there's nothing wrong in your life, this is so subtle. But your body feels so tense, exhausted. You feel like you're bracing. You feel clenched. And how you can notice this is by sitting with your body. Notice if your feet are going up and they're clenching instead of just being down on the floor. Notice if your back, if your shoulders are going up and then you constantly have to bring them down all the time. This is called survival mode. Your nervous system is constantly scanning for approval, for safety, for somewhere to feel safe, heard, loved. But it's not happening. That's why your body's in such survival mode that your body's tensing it, it's clenching up. When you sleep, you go to sleep at night and you sleep like this, instead of just relaxing and letting your hands just fully rest. I notice this happens whenever I am in survival mode and have to snap out of it. I relax my body because my hands start clenching in my sleep and I'm like, nope, let's relax. What happened? Write it down. Something happened that activated survival mode in your body. Now we have to go back, look at the root of the problem and just relax. Relax again. Listen to your intuition. Have discernment. Who in your life is causing this? What event happened that caused this? And that is how you're going to start healing. True softness, your true essence will come from you resting. And I'm not saying rest is rest and just be lazy. by rest, by sitting in your body, by listening to your intuition, by going back and realizing, I am not the problem. Something happened and I need to become self-aware. And this is how you're going to start healing that survival mode patterns as well. That fear that's holding you back, why is that fear there? That fear of you're trying to jump into a new life, but there's a fear there that's stuck. Realize that this fear will only hold you back from your dream desires. But fear is an illusion. It doesn't exist. It is something our mind comes up to try to defend us, to try to protect us. But once, because it is unknown, you don't know what's going to happen after you make that jump and the leap of faith. So your body's in fear. It's in constant mode of, I don't know what's going to happen. What if like this? What if things go wrong? What if things go right? What if what you're searching and what you're looking for, what if it all goes right? There might be hiccups, but hiccups are gold. Hiccups are information. Just like resentment. Hiccups are information. They tell you, hey, we have another root problem here. That's why we hit a hiccup. Let's go back, discover it. What event, what person caused this? Maybe I did something, maybe I hurt someone else. What happened that is causing this? And then you heal through that hiccup, you go to the next level and the next level. And you're like, life is so easy. Why have I been living in survival mode my whole time? My dream life, I was just one decision away, one person away, one call away, one product away, one opportunity away, one jump away from your dream life and your dream desires. Let's talk about what healed feminine energy actually looks like. And I want you to imagine a little circle, and that little circle is your softness, your kindness, your nurturing side. And people have been poking holes at this. That's why your energy has been leaking. And we've already uncovered that. Now, your dark feminine energy comes in to rescue you, to help you. That's where she comes in to set proper boundaries, standards. And what this does, it doesn't mean that your soft feminine energy becomes cold. She doesn't become hardened. She doesn't become unloving. She just starts having boundaries. But people do not see this energy. What happens is that people are going to start calling you manipulative, narcissist, because you're saying no to them for saying yes to yourself. And what this does is that you start becoming more selective. You become selective with your time, with the people you hang out with, and your environment. Instead of saying, should I perform and look my best here, you're now saying, do I feel safe in this environment? Does my energy feel okay being here? Do I feel safe being around this person? Instead of saying, how do I perform for them? Should I look like this for them? You take all that out. The overthinking, you take it out. You stop thinking with your head, which is the logic, and you start thinking with your body, which is your feminine energy, your intuition. And she doesn't chase clarity. She doesn't start to prove her worth. She doesn't say, well, I'm so worthy because I have this, I have that. She doesn't, her value does not lie in her productivity. It does not lie where she is overdoing. She understands this truth very deeply. She knows that feminine energy is about being rooted in yourself and in your energy. Healed feminine energy listens to her body, not her fears. Healed feminine energy doesn't ask, am I enough for them? She asks, do I feel safe here? And she lets that answer guide them. Your softness, when it's rooted with your dark feminine energy, when it's rooted with boundaries, self-worth and trust, that's the work. That is the work. It's going to be hard at first because it's unknown. It is very uncomfortable and it's going to get difficult. But know that the work that you are doing will guide you and it will lead you to where you want to go. And remember that you're not losing your power just by having boundaries. You're not losing your power by protecting your soft feminine energy. You are just reclaiming your sacred power back. And that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would love to hear your opinions on the comments. And if you would like a one-on-one coaching, you can go to www.sacredsolis.com and I will see you later. Bye.